Hi everybody, I'm going to do a recap of this week's combo. It is the beginning of a new month, so we started a new topic, which is flips, folds, escalators. So we're going to be playing with stuff like that all for the month of March. And we started the month with a combo that is on the easier side, I would say, comparatively to maybe what we'll work our way up to. So I'm just gonna show you the combo and then quickly break it down. Let's talk about that first move, which I am calling the flip toss. And it's basically just a pass out front when the hoop reaches the vertical. So this is something that you're just gonna have to practice. I'm starting here out front with the hoop folded over my forearm towards the inside. I'm gonna start this move by flipping my hoop towards the outside of my body, so the right side of my body. And as it comes underneath or travels underneath, I'm going to let go at that point as soon as it starts to become vertical. So what you want here is a fingertip grip. You want a nice loose grip. And remember, with hinges, so technically this fold is hinging through my hand, we want a nice light grip on the hoop. So if we start here, we're going to bring it over and just release. Just there, you can practice that in both hands. And then you can make it into a continuous. So as it falls, as you catch it, it should fall towards the inside. You break it off the forearm, bring it back. And I'm looking at the bottom of the hoop and I'm just gently releasing in front of me. So it's better to start this move in here rather than out to the side. Because this flip toss or fold toss is making this continuous folding motion, it kind of goes really well into a reverse wrap escalator. So once we're bringing it from the left side into the right hand, we're going to just fold and lift up into that wrap escalator. A couple of tips with wrap escalators. Most of you remember those from previous combos we've done. But just as a reminder, we're going to wrap it around the front of our hand just like when we were doing the flip toss. And we're going to lift our arm up towards the sky. As the momentum is traveling down and around the arm, we're going to lift up and release the hoop. So it's going around and I'm bringing the hoop back a little bit just to help that rotation go down the body. These wrap escalators are basically the same as contact. So they're a form of contact escalator. You're not using your hand to push it back. You're using various contact points on your forearm and in here and on your hand. So that's something to practice because we will be working on that more this month. So I'm going to wrap the hoop here and then I'm going to swing back ever so gently as I release the hoop. The other thing with contact escalators or any escalators that start lower down on your back or your body is that you're going to need a leg to help you out. So whatever way the hoop is approaching from, you're going to use the opposite leg. In this case, we're approaching from the right side, so we're going to use our left leg to help bring it down. If you want to get used to that, you can just trap it here and then bring your leg back to the front, grab it with that right hand again. We're going to grab it with the same hand that served it around. After you do your wrap escalator, we're going to do a basic upwards escalator. This is something that you can work on as well. Keeping those fingertips open, you're going to kind of just do a little baby slap up towards the bottom of your rib cage. And the more speed you give it, the higher it's going to go. So we're just looking for just a mid-range one, and we're going to grab it with our right hand, palm facing forward. Once we grab the hoop in our right hand, we're going to hinge off in a vertical and bring it over top of the left elbow. As it's coming over the left elbow, we want to make sure it's making contact with our side. We're going to flick down across the body towards our opposite hip. Approach over the elbow, flick down. This move happens really fast, so you're going to want to use your hip to help it travel downwards. So here, because it's approaching from the left side, we're going to use our right hip. Left side, right hip, grab with the left. Around, right hip, grab with the left. Here we are in our left hand, and we are now ready for the final part of this combo. And it's pretty easy. We're just going to step out as we twirl the hoop, and we want it to end perpendicular with our hip so that we can go into this move here. So we're just going to hinge the hoop up towards our neck. If your hoop is too big, you can hinge it a little bit in front of you if you would like, but ultimately you want to make sure that your head can go inside of the hoop for the next part of this move. So we're hinging up. I'm going to tilt my head to the right just to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to lift my arm upwards as I attempt to catch on the opposite side. You might need to adjust depending on how big your hoop is. So just like hold it here and kind of feel, okay, I need a little bend in my elbow for this hoop, but some of you might have smaller hoops or bigger hoops. And then finally, we're just going to hinge the hoop off towards the bottom and pose. Ta-da! You can also continuously go into this combo and just kind of do it over and over again. Ta-da! I hope you enjoyed this week's combo. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will see you next week.